Hello everybody, Sifu Tommy here today with Sifu Sasha. Today we are talking about a Wing Chun specific topic today, the topic of Luk Sau or Pon Sau, or the beginning of Chi Sau. So you may have seen these weird moving arms already if you have ever been interested in Wing Chun, and you will see that we constantly change positions. Sometimes one arm is at the inside, one is at the outside. At some point both arms are at the outside, at some point both arms are at the inside, and then we constantly start mixing things around. The whole idea here is that we get our arms used to a variety of angles. In a realistic fight scenario, sometimes one of my arms may be at the outside while the other one is at the inside. Or sometimes I may be in a position where both of my arms are here and then he moves from there and now I have to do something in order to finish the situation in my favor. Sometimes he has his arms a little bit wider and he strikes from there maybe so that both of my arms are here, so I have to do different things from here in order to finish it off. So for that reason, we bring our arms constantly into different positions all the time. And I create impulses on his arms that make him react very quickly. From here we start attacks like a palm strike or like a palm strike from you, or a punch over here, or a backhand attack, or some more complicated techniques where I grab his arms, where I push his arms out of the way, and so on and so forth. So this actually takes us into flows, into what we call sections within Chi Sau, within the Sticky Hands program. But why do we do this weird Pon Sau move? When I take a look at some Wing Chun styles on YouTube, it seems to me like they don't have a combat idea while getting contact with the arms. Some people seem to have the contact only in order to exchange, to generate force and exchange and absorb it, while everything that we do has to have a practical application. So the idea that we have in Pon Sau is that the second I have contact to his arms, I can feel his intentions and I can feel if there's a pressure gap. So if we should be in a realistic scenario and I feel his arms are here, I can feel if I'm actually able to do something, or if he is so powerful that if I would do this, he would hit me into my throat. And thereby I'd rather do something else. Or maybe I can feel that he starts punching from here, so maybe I have to do something else in order to finish the fight in my favor. So whenever you train Pon Sau, please always keep in mind that you want to attack all the time. So we try to feel if there is a pressure gap somewhere whenever we start moving around with those arms, so that I'm actually able to make use of this gap. And he does the same thing, and when he does, then obviously it's up to me to defend against these kind of things. Yeah, so that's the idea here, that both of us are constantly trying to seek the pressure gap in the partner's arms. So if you practice Pon Sau with somebody, please don't go into a position like this. I keep seeing this all the time. What you want to do instead is you always want to attack. So both of us have the idea of punching, of striking in some shape or way or form. But for some reason we get in contact with the partner's arms, and this actually pushes us into the Pon Sau exercise. And from here you can constantly try to feel the gaps in the opponent's or in the partner's guards in order to really have a training effect. Sometimes he's the attacker. Sometimes I'm the attacker. And for starters, I'm always a fan of using three attacks. One would be the punch from the outside. The other one would be a palm from the inside. And the third one would be a backhand. And then we constantly exchange the arms. So sometimes it happens on this side, sometimes it happens on that side, sometimes it happens here. And then we just mix them up just in order to have a little bit of variety and to give him, to feed him different angles and different impulses from different angles, so to speak. Let's take a look at that a little bit. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Sifu Sasha. If you want to learn some Wing Chun, we have an online program. You can find it at wt-online.com. See you next time. Bye-bye.